die, because that can make people salty. We don't want to do that. All right, I think they're going.
Looks like it.
Shax isn't going yet. I'm going to restart his stream.
Yeah, he's going on my side.
Okay. Yeah, he's going as well. All right, so they're off. Again, you're watching Shax. I'm watching Fubzo. And we'll see how things go. I get to watch the little Franker Z jump around.
Shax gets himself a backpack. That's exactly what you want. No.
Oh, yeah, backpack is OP. Think of all the things you can store in there. And Fubzo opening up, he dig buffered, but opened up a red bat room and ended up having to take a hit there. Sometimes that does happen.
Yep.
But, I mean, the problem was he pulled the ghost with himself. And he pulled the ghost a long way, and then when he finally chose to dig buffer to get it next to him, that's when he opened up the bat room. So, I mean, I'd still argue that it was, on him for that, but he didn't know what was behind there.
The funniest troll things I think that the game can do to you that's not entirely your fault, but kind of your fault, where you dig against a right or left wall that you didn't know had anything behind it. And it can be black skeletons, which is probably the worst one, right?
Yeah.
Because at least if it's bat, you could kill it with one hit or something like that, but it could be a room full of black skeletons that just insta-kill you, too. So
that's true.
It's pretty hilarious when it happens. So I
think my favorite thing is when you bomb a side wall, and then it just opens up like 3 rows of skeletons all just marching towards you.
Yeah, or sometimes you open up, there's, each secret room can have like 9 bats in it, and you could open up 2 secret rooms with 18 bats. Like, I've seen that happen, and just bats
really?
come swarming out at you.
That's amazing. And then it's just like, what am I going to do with this mess? And they're all over the place.
Yeah.
That's so funny. All right, guys, so we're in the middle of the round robin here. This is Fubzo versus Shax. This is Shax's first match, Fubzo's second. Fubzo did beat Rat in his first round match. We had to kind of jumble things around a little bit just because Shax was having some technical difficulties. But it seems like we're sort of back on track now. So I imagine, I'm actually not sure. I think Shax might be doing the next race against DJ. That's probably what it's going to be? But everybody's done their second race. I imagine that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, Rat's already gone twice, so it can't be him, I imagine.
Yeah, and this is Fubzo's second time, so.
Yep.
Cool. All right, and a nice find by Fubzo, picks up a glass spear, so that's going to have 2 range and does 4 damage, but if you get hit, it breaks, and then you have to pick up the shard, and it's only a level 1 knife at that point. Or dagger.
Shax had 2 bombs and decided to do slow strats on Conga there. And he gets some obsidian whip, which you may not be too happy with.
Yeah, that's definitely not faster than the glass spear.
No.
And not doing the speed strats is also not faster. So he's got to make sure he keeps the pace up. Because Fubzo's a great racer, and he's definitely got to try and keep up with him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an example of a nice find in a crate, picking up that heart container.
Yeah,
and
I was hoping.
Fubzo gets nailed by an armadillo, and this opens it up for Shax.
Yeah, despite his slower build, he's got some health.
That's a very uncharacteristic death from Fubzo. Very uncharacteristic. But he finds an obsidian whip, so we have a mirror match again. Hilarious. Hilarious. I mean, I love that this is happening. I want that to happen more throughout all of these races. Just equal. I don't know. That's really cool. I mean, maybe, I don't know if it's possible to mod it in the future where you set it up so that the first black chest is going to be the same weapon for both racers, but they won't know what it is, and they're not going to be identical seeds. Could be a cool way to sort of equalize it up a little bit without it having the same pitfalls as a seeded race.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've always wondered how to do that without having the downsides of the seeded race, but that could work. Yeah, just the weapons, because they're the most important piece, really, if someone gets a significantly better. Or maps, I guess.
Yeah, or maps, that's true. Because maps really do matter a lot.
However, now also spells and things like that, are having more and more of an impact. Oh, I remember now what Jack said. He was saying that this new patch seems to be a bit slower. It can be faster, but it seems to be a bit slower on average. One of the things that I tried to do to even out the fact that the boss battles might be a little slower, they can still be fast-stratted in some instances. In some instances they can't be, so you can get a bit lucky, I guess. But I made the blood shops have significantly better items, which I've been when
And
I've
they're
been
way
testing
better.
it. Yeah, so you'll get
Yeah, you
yourself-
have to. If you see a bloodshot in a race, you
Exactly.
have to take it for sure. And
Yeah.
actually, I know Fubzo. I saw him in, I believe it was Jack's channel, and he was like, I'm not sure if I should take bloodshots or not now. And I was just like, what? No, take them. There's so many good items now. You can find some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I've gotten quite a few like obsidian rapiers and things like that out of them. So if you get that early on, especially if you're trying to speed run, you should always check the blood shops. I think now, because you can get a super fast weapon that will help make up for that time that you might have lost by the new boss battles being a bit slower.
Yeah, and I guess spending your bomb isn't as bad because you're not guaranteed the fast boss fight anyway.
Yep, exactly. So I think it's made up for it. I've had some decent runs that I've blown. Also, we see a blood rapier, blood weapons, and blood magic, and
Yep.
a blood drum and stuff like that. They also make the game a bit faster too. So there's
Yeah,
some other
that's
stuff
for sure.
that just kind of sped things up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for me personally to get a run where I have a blood weapon and the blood drum, so you can knock yourself down to half heart anytime, and you just have.
I had
max
that
damage.
once on a dance pad run, but it ended because it was a dance pad run.
Yeah, too hard. Yeah. Here's Shaxx on his final boss.
Yeah, so Shaxx is looking to take this here, and he's got it pretty safe. And it looks like Fubzo might get crushed by a dragon. No, he's fine. So Fubzo at least survived. But that's going to Shaxx. So Shaxx takes it 1-0.
Yeah, Fubzo did a pretty good job of catching up there.
Yeah,
He was, I think,
absolutely.
he was a zone behind, and now he's like a level and a half behind.
Yeah. All right, let me just let him know that they're ready to go again.
All right.
That
I
was
think
an exciting race. Do you have to take off?
No, I'll do the one more, and then I'm gonna head out.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to make it that you had to stick around or anything. I know
No
you've
problem.
got important family things to get to, and that's perfectly understandable.
Jack said he had a blood weapon and blood drum.
Crossbow?
Yeah, I don't know about crossbow, but the rapier. If you get the rapier, I guess you don't need the lunge damage off the rapier anymore, so it could
No,
be
longsword or spear.
Oh man, it's gonna be good when we make it so the spears are throwable. I'm really excited about the
I'm
spears.
so excited for that.
Spears and daggers. I'm gonna make it so daggers can be throwable.
Oh, seriously? Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
So if you have a blood dagger and you're at half heart and you throw it, it will just rip through everything in that straight
Oh.
line and do 999 damage. So
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm excited. That's another thing that'll speed it up. So
That's so cool. Oh, that's the best thing ever. I mean, I've been a big fan of throwable ever since, well, I don't know, ever. Just because of the idea of not having a weapon, I think is the best part of this game. When
Yeah,
people are
but-
running around after something glass broke, I just love it. Just having to figure it out. It's so exciting.
yeah, me too. And it's going to be a calculated risk because you're like, okay, red dragon, I throw this at you. Like, oh crap, now monkey grabbed me. My
Yeah.
plan is no longer going the way I wanted it to. or wraith appeared or something like that afterwards, and it screws you over, right? So
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
just-
so exciting. And then of course, like, you know, one guy enters the Zone 3 boss first, and another guy's got a spear, and he's right behind him, and he comes up and just chucks the spear at the king, you know, and charges towards the exit. Oh man, that'd be so exciting.
Yep.
I'm into it.
Jack. Good, yeah, I'm excited to get that one into hopefully soon. Jack saying, did you know that Boots of Pain apply your Blunderbuss knockback? Yeah, I know Boots of Pain and Fireball spells still apply
Knockback.
knockback if you've got Flail or Ring of War, and they also apply Freeze, I think, if you've got the Dagger of Frost, stuff like that. So yeah, we need to fix those things still. And King 10910 is asking me where I have to go. I just have to go see my family. I've worked so much trying to improve this game and get it finished and stuff like that you know, when it's time to see my wife and kids, I need to make sure I do that. Otherwise, I'm already working pretty long hours, so I need to make sure I go and see them at nights. So unfortunately,
Absolutely.
can't see the rest of this, but sometimes we put it on the computer and I watch it with my kids. So I think it's pretty cool.
That is super cool. Yeah, well, obviously, thank you again so much for all the support and for the awesome game. And, I mean, you're the one who put up the money for this tournament, and that's really cool as well. So thanks again for that.
No, it's my pleasure. I have so much fun watching and racing and stuff myself, so just glad that people are enjoying this silly game that we've made.
Yeah, that's awesome. And of course, if you do have any ideas or anything for future race weeks, we're trying to figure out February now. On what we're going to do for that. January is pretty much figured out with Bard and then Dance Pad and then probably Score Racing.
Right.
Not totally sure about that one. We haven't quite figured it all out yet, but that's going to be the third week, if anything. So,
Yeah.
ouch! And Shaq's not prepared for that bounce trap with the armadillo. He only had about a beat to figure out that there was a bounce trap there and that he was going to take some damage.
Yeah, but a potion room's opened up. He's got a shield spell. Oh, he doesn't
Just
take
decides
the
to
potion.
not take it. That's interesting.
Could have used his shield spell.
Fubzo miscalculating the movements on that wind spell there, or on the wind mage, and he goes down and he's opening it up for Shax again, which is really interesting. And I mean, I'm not super good with all these sorts of things, but I think this is bad news for Rat. Because if Shax beats, I'm not 100%. I'm only sort of, people will know in chat before I will, but if Shax beats Fubzo, and Fubzo beat Rat, and Shax is all that Rat has to play left, I'm not sure if that's good news for Rat, so we'll have to see what happens here. At this point, I think it's still anyone's game, but...
Jack is saying that the Boots of Pain, you shoot a blunderbuss, you pain enemies behind you. I see. That's awesome. I'll leave that in. Because, like, the Boots of Pain are supposed to do damage to any enemy that you move towards, and you're moving towards them when you get knocked back by the blunderbuss, so...
That's some next-level strats right there. If you can set that up, that's amazing.
I'm leaving that in for sure.
Yeah. I love that, the sorts of things that you don't expect, but just kind of come out, because, oh, Fubzo. Poor Fubzo. He got double monkeyed there. But yeah, like the monkey bombs, where you bomb a monkey that's hugging you, and you don't get hurt.
Yeah, it's so good. Although we do get questions on the Steam forums like once every couple of weeks or so. Like, is this a bug? The monkeys? Is that?
Yeah,
like,
I guess that would happen a lot more than the blunderbuss Boots of Pain. Speaking of which, Shax, don't take it. Don't take it. Okay. I was for a second there. I thought he was gonna lose his run by picking up the boots. So yeah, it does heart and a half damage, and he does not have a heart and a half to spare. So it's a good thing he didn't pick those up. And I assume the shield spell doesn't protect you from that?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I made it unpreventable.
Yeah, sort of like the Vow of Poverty.
Yeah, but with the rapier, it's one of the best weapons to use it with because it just adds damage to your rapier lunge. Basically, it adds 3 more damage to your rapier lunge. So you'd be doing 7 damage per lunge, but doesn't necessarily need it.
It doesn't stack with the spear or longsword, right?
No, because it's when you move in a direction, the enemy that's in that direction takes damage, but because the longsword and stuff hit the enemy before they get adjacent to you, then it just never happens. I think it could happen with maybe with a mole because it could be right next to you or something like that. I'm not sure if it does or not, but yeah, it's not any limitation in the boots or anything like that. It's just that's the way that the weapon.
So, is there any plan to make it work with? And a deep blues troll from Fubzo, and Fubzo's struggling against Shakes here. It's like his kryptonite, it seems. Because Fubzo put on quite the show. Oh, this swarm. This swarm, though.
What?
Oh my goodness,
no.
Ryan, you're to blame for that one for sure. Oh, tragedy strikes! Wow.
Ouch.
And Fubzo is right back in it now. That's all it took was a horrible zone 3. Honestly, did you beef them back up?
No, I didn't. I think that there's something that seems to happen when you go down a trapdoor or something like that. The swarms seem to be worse.
Well, I think that's, because it pulls them in to you, but they don't, so they all kind of stand on the border there.
Yeah, I think
for it to open.
They have time while you're fighting the mini bosses and stuff. So what I think I might do, I might make it so that it freezes all the enemies until that little mini boss battle is done, so that they stay as far away as they were, as they would have been as if you just got to the level.
Right. I don't think it's particularly unfair necessarily, but it does certainly detract from using those trapdoors.
Yeah.
So if you want to make that happen a little more, then that'd be the way to do it, I think.
Yeah, I do think that the trapdoors are a fun, exciting racing and speedrunning thing to do. So I don't want people to be punished by RNG, because that was just, that if that hadn't happened, he would have probably won that race, right? So
that's true.
Kind of bummer to lose just because of sheer luck like that. So that's the type of thing I would like to prevent for sure.
Fair enough. Yeah, and I definitely I was thinking since this update, it seems like the Zone 3 swarms have been a little worse, but that might just be confirmation bias. I got a really bad one and now I'm on the lookout for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have been finding that they're at least, even when not necessarily when it's, Fubzo getting hit there. He was trying double bomb strats on Conga, and it really didn't pan out for him. He still killed Conga with that second bomb, which I guess is faster, but he didn't get any items.
Yeah, still on a dagger and a glass broadsword for Jax.
Did he find no, he didn't. I was going to say a glass shrine, because he had just a normal broadsword, I believe, before, but
yeah,
he just
found
out
a glass one. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it might just be confirmation bias that they seem worse. I'm pretty sure we didn't change any of the code that generates the Zone 3 guys. Oh, Fubzo goes down again.
Yeah, Fubzo miscounting there and getting stomped on by a golem.
Did he consume all of his power beating rat there?
Yeah, maybe he's drained. I don't know. That's very interesting. That they're both kind of struggling. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say Shakes was struggling. He struggled with a horrible swarm. So
yeah, I don't know.
That's not fair for me to say, but I would say Fubzo is having a little bit of a rough go here.
Yeah, Jack's saying you should save your shield spell for after the trapdoor. That's true.
If you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he popped that shield spell immediately, even before kind of getting into danger, so he could have tried to handle it. He had a rapier, so it was
titanium rapier, right?
It was handleable, yeah. But he just tried to be, safe right away, and ended up not being safe in the long run because of it.
Now we might see sort of a bad scenario. We might see the scenario where Fubzo's going to just slow down a little bit, but he got caught by a monkey. Just sort of mistimed everything there. I was thinking maybe he's going to slow down, try and build up a nice build. It was a really interesting part that came out during the Bard races, where it was like, people just keep dying again and again and again. And I was like, well, slow down a bit. I mean, with Bard, it's both the least safe and most safe character, which I think is really interesting.
You can win 100% of the time if you want to, basically. Like, if you want to take your time, you'll never die if you play the game enough. I was just going to say, I just realized something that Shax could have done. He could have used Blood Magic on his shield spell.
Oh, yeah, he could have. Because he still had health.
Yeah, I think he had 3 hearts. He could have done it a couple times. But, that's the kind of thing. Blood Magic is new. I remember back when I first, made this game and was practicing and whatnot, I often forgot to use my spells or my food or whatever, right? And now this Blood Magic is a new thing that we're going to forget to do until we, get practice with it. So you have to have a lot of presence of mind to know, can I do this without killing myself?
Yeah, who was the racer who would stop before every race or every floor and just look at the equipment?
That was Bananasaurus Rex.
That's right, yeah. Just to know exactly what's, what you've got at your sort of disposal, which now more than ever is more important because you've so many new items. Back when Bananasaurus was running in the Necrothon, now there's so much more stuff to keep in mind, including all the different spells and the blood magic and stuff.
Yeah, and if you got a blood weapon, think, what's your health at? Can you get it down, lower? Do you have spells that you can use to get it lower or whatever? Yeah, there's a lot of variables that you should stop and think about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's no way I would have thought of that in time. Obviously, I thought of it 3 minutes later or something like that. But just,
no, it's more than 3 minutes.
Yeah, just trying to show that it was possible, but who's going to think of that? But maybe in the future, now some of us might.
Yeah, no, it's but it does cost you a lot for the shield spell, doesn't it? Doesn't it cost you 1.5?
Probably 1.5, yeah, but I'm pretty sure he had it.
Did he have full health?
I remember him having 3 heart. I think he picked up an empty heart container, and I thought he ate food, so I thought he had 3, but I could be wrong.
Well, he definitely didn't have the Ring of Peace.
No, he picked up an empty heart container.
Okay. Or no, he found a heart container in a crate. I remember that.
That's what
in Zone 2, yeah.
But yeah, he... even if it wasn't possible or something, it's still good to think about these things. I want to think about it when I'm playing myself. I just don't, but need to get on that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading chat here. Can't add me. That's interesting. Should be able to. So yeah, if anyone wants to add me on Steam, you're more than welcome to. I do chat with people on Steam. If anyone's interested in chatting in the future or has any ideas about anything, Condor or whatever, my stream, totally fine. Feel free to add me. There should be a link. It should work. Otherwise, just search me on Steam. It's Elad Difficult. I'm probably the only one, I hope. And Shax's getting kind of trolled there by that. Oh man, Shax's.
It's the rare rotating bounce trap. Did you know that that's in the game?
Yeah. I've seen it. But he used it appropriately. I think he was trying to figure out the timing to see if he could get it. This is sketchy. Oh wow, he just slunk through there. That was crazy. And Fubzo did die again, so this is Shax just needs to take this one easy, just nice and slow. And it looks like he's got it. He does. Whenever King Konga starts bouncing back and forth on that trap, when he's debating fire mode, it's so scary. But yeah, he had the broadsword, so it was totally fine.
Oh, good game, Shax.
All right, well, thank you so much, Ryan, so much for coming and commentating. You're obviously welcome whenever. We usually don't figure out our commentators until the week of, so if you are ever interested or want to, just let me know. Obviously, we'd love to have you.
Thank you. My pleasure. A lot of fun. Sad to go, but I'm probably going to turn this on upstairs and watch with my wife and kids. So
nice.
So keep up the awesome work, guys. Thanks so much.
All right, you keep up the awesome work. Thanks, Ryan.
All right, see you later. Bye, chat.
Right. Take care. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is see if Pants is coming in. I'm going to try and get him there. Sorry, I was a little distracted there by the chat, but let me just see if I can get Pants Lore in. Hopefully he's on. There he is. All right, so we'll make sure he's ready, and then we'll call him up. And yeah, thanks again, Ryan. Super awesome. Yeah, King, you're going to have to PM me that. I will not be clicking on that right now. I'm a little busy. Sorry. All right, so he's almost ready. So we'll get started. Just because we want to make sure that we stay on track here for time. And Shax is up 2-0 on Fubzo. That was quite the interesting race where he was actually, he was going to win and then got that brutal swarm. All right, so they're ready to go here. So you can click on underneath, there's a little cog, and then it says message. Click that, and then just send me a message on Twitch, and I will respond to it. If you send me the link to your thing, I will add you on Steam. I'm surprised that it's not working, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to have a hard time watching all three screens, so I'm probably going to focus on the race. Whoops. So sorry if I do miss something you say in chat. All right, and we're off and running. Just going to drink some water. All right, Shaq's going fast. That's probably the fastest race strat you can get there, jumping in a trapdoor immediately, like about 4 beats into the first map, because that first level is slow. The actual beat of it is slow. So on top of, getting down to the next level faster, it also, you have to deal with the beats. So here what we have is Fubzo's got to chase down this Minotaur, and I mean, the beats for this level are slow. So he's got to chase him all the way down. That's going to take him a long time. All right. And Shax's found himself some cheese he might need to use. I wonder if he's going to bomb that crate. Doesn't look like it. It looks like he's actually going to try and throw the crate onto the spike trap. If he can. I think he can. He has to dig up above. This is going to take a bit of time, but it could be worth it. He's got to really wangle that thing around. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hit it there. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is going to take... This was probably not worth it. He's going to have to hit it over to the left, then dig down 2, then pop it back up, and then to the left. He just gave up on it entirely. I don't blame him. That was taking way too long, and it was going to end up being empty anyways. I guarantee it. So, on he goes. What's up, Artem-V? Welcome to the channel. Thank you, everybody, for following. I am 8 follows away from 2K. That's insane. You guys are the greatest. So awesome. And of course, when I hit 2K followers, I will be beating Zelda 2 on the dance pad. But that is neither here nor there. We are here for the Tournament of Champions, where we are seeing some excellent racing from absolutely everyone. Shax is up 2-0 on Fubzo. Fubzo had a win against Rat earlier. DJ also had a win against Rat. Rat, of course, one of the top players. We'll see if Rat can bounce back from some rough couple of rounds there. I'm sure he can. Rat is a very strong player, so... we'll see what happens. Shax had to actually blow a beat on that Deep Blues fight. Deep Blues now is a lot harder than it used to be. And so we'll see. He's going for... Looks like he's just going to try and fight all the queens. It's a little faster, maybe. Maybe that's what he's thinking. But he already did blow the beat, so he actually does not get any items out of any chests there. So he's just going to have to kill the king, clean up, and go to zone 2. Whereas Fubzo actually had a flawless kill on the boss fight, and he finds an obsidian rapier, which, as Ryan and I were talking about earlier, is one of the fastest weapons for sure. Now, Fubzo is on the ropes here for this matchup. He needs to win, and he seems like he's set up in a nice position here. He is definitely ahead by a floor, and he's got a much better weapon. which is really cool. All right, what's up, Psych-Ass? How's it going? Dark Twinge, I didn't say hi to you earlier. Hello. And JQKYZQ or ZQ. I don't even really know what's going on. You're good to go whenever, Pants? All right, we're going to... I'll call you for the next race. I'm just going to keep going here on a bit of a roll, and I'll call you on the next one. And, of course, you'll be helping me out for the remainder of the Condor here at Tournament of Champions. Very exciting. So, yeah, you're seeing that Nightmare is really blocking everything out. Be really dicey sometimes. All right, so Fubzo's down onto his Zone 2 boss. We have a Boots of Speed run over on Shaq's side, but you're going to definitely want a better weapon than just a level 1 dagger. So I'm sure Shax is hoping for something of that sort. Hopefully maybe from his Zone 2 boss fight. But that's if the game's not... Oh, there's definitely a... Okay, there's an Obsidian Rapier, so he's got this. He just needs to double bomb. Hopefully he doesn't... It looks like he only single bombed there. Shax, what happened? No, it was going to be dueling rapiers, but he had the Boots of Speed. He would have been able to catch up, but unfortunately Shax just... I think he only planted one bomb there. That was too bad. All right, so Fubzo's really got to slow down now, because Fubzo's had a bit of a rough patch here with these Zone 3s, where he ends up dying, so hopefully he can keep it together. Seems like he's doing all right, taking her a little slowly, just killing one enemy at a time. It's a wise idea. A map find for Shax. I didn't see if he bombed for that or not. It might have been a Shrine of Space, or he just found it in his chest. I'm not positive. And nice play by Fubzo there to not get bonked by that goblin. And he's moving on, or he's at least looking around, taking his time. It's very clear that he is taking his time, which is really cool. He did not... Oh, maybe he placed 2 bombs on the same beat. I didn't even consider that, Dead Knight Tiger. I guess that only does 4 damage. It doesn't stack. I think you're correct about that, so that sucks. And Fubzo, very uncharacteristically taking a hit from a slime there, so he's on to Zone 3, but he did get a heal from his Ring of Regen. Is he going to jump down? He is. A little bit of a dicey move. We'll see if he handles it. He plants the bomb. Nicely done. Very nicely done by Fubzo there. That bomb strat's very strong. And what's going to happen here? This is Deep Blues. He should definitely take it slow. Things are a little sketchy. Taking a hit from a knight. Oh, man. Hang in there, Fubzo. We don't want to see you go down 3-0, and I don't think we're going to... I don't want to curse him, though. Uh-oh. Oh, this is bad. Oh, my goodness. I am so sorry. I can't help but feel a little bad about that. That was some commentator curse. He needed to kill the first queen straight away. And instead he ran away and they lined up and that was it. There was nothing he could do. And he couldn't kill the king in time either. So we are back to square one for Fubzo. And Shax found himself a ring of gold, which is not useful, but he does have that map. That was crazy. I don't even know what to say. I mean, that's so surprising. Yeah, Dracuma, that's totally true. Boots of Speed typically do mess people up. And Shax just got hit by death metal. We're seeing a lot of shaky people here. Some shaky play for sure. And I don't mean that as a pun. I realize it couldn't be. Never mind. Anyways, who beat the daily challenge 34-39? I don't know. It should say at the top of the leaderboard. You can just check that. Oh, you said woo, not who. I get it. Congratulations. That's really cool. Anyway. Alright, so Shax finding the Torch of Foresight, which of course will allow him to find trapdoors, which is pretty cool. Interesting way to mispronounce your name. Yep, that's what I do. I am terrible at pronouncing people's names. But when you have a name like Draco Omega, which I guess is probably what your name is, Dracumaga. Anyway. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, so yeah, once again, I will call Penciler back in. I am floundering here. Maybe I should just call him in now. No, but Fubzo is now moving on to Zone 2. He's actually on the same floor now, and he finds himself a glass spear, which is really, really awesome. Draco Omega. Yes, I got it. I got it, guys. I mispronunciate everything. Like mispronunciate. Alright. Actually, why don't we give him a call? I think we'll call him in, because I am I'm struggling to look at everything here, so we'll just make sure he's super ready, and then I'll call in a Pantslord, or Pansalor as he likes to be called. Alright, Colin, here we go. Whew. Alright. Longsword pickup gets rid of the cat. That's a nice pickup. What is up, Pants? How's it going?
Hello.
There we go. That sounds like he's plenty loud. Everyone, let me know how Pants
awesome.
Is in the commentary there, volume-wise. All right, so I take it you've been watching this race.
Yes, I have.
It's been a pretty insane race so far.
Yeah.
Very back and forth. Shax won the first one pretty well, pretty easily, and then it was such a crazy back and forth race, and we're seeing it again here.
Yeah, it just seems like there's a lot of nerves going on.
Absolutely, yeah, a lot of nerves. So this is Shaq's Zone 2 boss, and actually it's the same boss, and Fubzo has caught up. He does have a much better weapon, so we'll see how he handles it.
Zone 2 boss, yeah. Oh, is there one of them that you want me to be watching?
Yes, if you don't mind watching Shaq's, that would be easier.
Sounds good.
Loud Pants is loud. Sounds perfect according to Blind Umpire. And he's blind, not deaf, so... Hey! I will literally be here all night. Alright. Okay, so a trapdoor, a YOLO trapdoor by Fubzo looks like it worked out very nicely for him. I wonder if he's gonna... No, he can't. He doesn't have a bomb, so he's not gonna go bomb that the Shrine of Peace. And...
A smart shield spell by Shax. Not strictly necessary, but I always, like... for me, I can never use my spells. I'm like, oh, but I could use it better later, and then I die. Yeah,
I think we were talking about that last time you were commentating, where it's like, you try to save it because it can save your life, and you don't want to use it at a situation where, you know, it might not necessarily be necessary, but of course, you'll forget, and then you'll be dead, and you'll see like, oh,
doesn't
I had
save
that
your life
free
if you're
spell
dead.
there. Yeah. So, anyway. You suck at barding, Artem? Alright, well, we do have a lot of other kinds of races coming up. And of course, if anybody can play this game and beat hardcore on a dance pad, please let me know. Because we're looking for some more racers, and we're not sure exactly how many racers we want to have for our dance pad race, our dance pad off. So we want to have 8.
Long races, right?
If we can. Yeah, they will be long races, so we might not even do a best of anything. It might just be like first to win. And Fubzo is in a really bad situation right now. So what's his spell?
I think it's heal.
So yeah, that's not going to do him any good, but it doesn't matter. Shax wins. So, wow, that got down to the wire there, and Fubzo just got a really trolly layout for his comp.